Alright, hey guys, On New Game here, and I'm doing another collection video, and today I'm going to be showing off my Spider-Man game collection. Now, Spider-Man is my all-time favourite superhero. I mean, you might see here, like, look, I've got a Spider-Man duvet cover on right now. I've got a Spider-Man figure right over there. I've got Spider-Man Lego key rings over there. And there's a Lego Spider-Man figure all the way over there. Oh god, you can't even see him. But yeah, you get the point. I really like Spider-Man, alright? He's my all-time favourite superhero. I have, action figures of him, plushies, I have some of the movies on DVD. But today, I'm going to be focusing on the video games that I have based on him. Now, obviously, this is far from everything. There's been tons and tons and tons of Spider-Man games released over the many decades. And this is just a very small selection of them. But, this is what I have at the moment. So as you can see, we've got Spider-Man games for the original PlayStation, the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, the 360, and the PS4. And also the Game Boy Advance right over there. So, yeah, this will be a bit of a short one because there isn't too many games to show off. But I hope you enjoy it anyway. So with that being said, let's just get straight into it. So, I think I'm going to start by let's talk about the Game Boy Advance games first, because I've got two right here. So these I actually showed off in my last collection video, my Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance collection. But in case you haven't seen that video, yeah, these are the two Spider-Man games I own for the GBA. So we've got Spider-Man Mysterious Menace right here. This came out in 2001 as a GBA launch title. And here I have a double pack which has Spider-Man 1 and 2 on it. Obviously the two games based on the first two Sam Raimi films. Yeah, these are both 2D side-scrollers. I actually like Mysterious Menace more, but they're both pretty decent. Obviously there are more Spider-Man games on the GBA that I'm missing, but I just have those two just for now. Alright, so now let's talk about the console Spider-Man games I own. Starting off with the original PlayStation, with good old Spider-Man 2000. Developed by Neversoft as well, the guys behind Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Later on they'll make Gun, the Guitar Hero games and stuff. But yeah, Spider-Man 2000, this is the very first 3D Spider-Man game ever made. All the ones before this were all either 2D side-scrollers or 2D beat-em-ups or just 2D, This was the first ever 3D semi-open world Spider-Man game ever made. Although it wasn't really open world, it was kind of more linear. But still, this was the first 3D Spider-Man game. And the reason why it's called Spider-Man 2000 is simply because, well, that's what, fans call it. Obviously the game itself is just called Spider-Man, but because over the years there have been many games with the exact same name, just called Spider-Man and nothing else, people have had to refer to them by the year they came out. So this Spider-Man, was obviously released in 2000, that's why people call it Spider-Man 2000. But yeah, got a complete right here, the disc and the manual. Yeah, this was also on the Nintendo 64, the Sega Dreamcast, and the Game Boy Color as well, which was a 2D side-scroller. That's actually my all-time favourite Spider-Man game. I love Spider-Man 2000. I love the soundtrack in that as well. And then next here I've got the sequel, Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro, for the PS1. This was released exclusively for the PS1. This came out a year after the first game, so this came out in 2001. And this was actually developed by Vicarious Visions. Neversoft had no involvement with this game at all. Although they did give them access to, the same game engine, like some of the assets from the first game. They let Vicarious Visions use. But other than that, they had absolutely no involvement with it. And yeah, manual right there, and the disc, got it complete. And it's a decent game, but the problem is that it's kind of too similar to the first game. It doesn't really make a whole lot of improvements over the first. And yeah, it just feels more like an expansion pack than a full-on sequel. Alright, next we have the free Spider-Man games for the PS2 based on the Sam Raimi films. So let's start off here with, of course, Spider-Man 1, came out in 2002, same year as the movie, also the same year I was born as well. Yeah, go beyond the movie, and yeah, pretty decent game. I haven't really played too much of it, but from what I have played, it's quite similar to Spider-Man 2000 in a lot of ways. Obviously graphics are much better, and there's more of an actual open world this time. And also as well, this game was also made by Treyarch. Yeah, back when they used to make movie license games and stuff, long before they did Call of Duty Black Ops and whatnot. And then here we have Spider-Man 2. This is often considered to be the greatest Spider-Man game ever made. Released in 2004, again same year as the movie. Also developed by Treyarch. Got a complete right there. Yeah, and as well as being considered the best Spider-Man game ever made, a lot of people also consider this to be one of the best movie license games ever made as well. And here we got Spider-Man 3, came out in 2007. The PS2 version was developed by Vicarious Visions, but yeah, Treyarch did make the other versions of this game, such as for the 360 and for the PS3, maybe the Wii as well. But yeah, but the PS2 version was done by Vicarious Visions. Got that complete. And then here I've got my 2 Spider-Man games for Xbox console. So we've got Spider-Man 2 here for the original Xbox, which is in a black DVD case. Because unfortunately not all my original Xbox games have original Xbox cases. It does kind of piss me off, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, this is complete. I believe I may have bought this before I got the PS2 version. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I got both of them around the same time actually. But yeah, there's the Xbox version, Spider-Man 2. And here I've got the Xbox 360 version of Spider-Man 3. This is of course the main version of the Spider-Man 3 game, actually developed by Treyarch, whereas the PS2 version is obviously a watered down port. But yeah, no manual in my copy. This was brought used at a CEX. I got this for Christmas actually, a few years ago. I think my sister actually got it for me. And obviously there's a lot more Spider-Man games for the original Xbox, the 360, and even the PS2 I heard that I'm missing, such as Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man Friend or Foe, and probably like 1 or 2 others that I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh yeah, like Edge of Time for the 360, like Shattered Dimensions, Web of Shadows, the 2 Amazing Spider-Man games. I'm missing a lot, but like I said, this is all I got at the moment. Alright, and then we have the 2 Insomniac games, Spider-Man games for the PS4. There was also another Spider-Man for the PS4 released before these 2. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, obviously the game based on the movie, was on the PS4 and also the Xbox One as well. And that game's actually quite expensive, you know, because for whatever reason they delisted that game from the PlayStation and Xbox stores. You can only the only way to play that game is literally if you have a physical copy. And because of that, like physical copies for the PS4 are quite expensive. But these are the 2 most well-known Spider-Man games for the PS4. So here we have the first one, Marvel Spider-Man, or Spider-Man 2018, or Spider-Man PS4. It goes by many different names, but yeah, obviously released in 2018, exclusively for the PS4. Disc right there, just got a sheet of paper, list of controls, no manual because it didn't come with one. And here we have its like semi-sequel, semi-expansion. I'm not entirely sure like what you would classify it as, but Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PS4. This came out last year. And this was also a launch title for the PS5 as well. But yeah, obviously you play as Miles instead of Peter Parker. And yeah, I didn't really get too far into this game, mainly because it kept crashing on me. But I then installed like an update to it, and I haven't played the game since I installed the update, but I've been meaning to get around to playing it again for a while. I haven't played it since like January, but yeah, I want to get around to playing this again, because I've only played like the first like 5-10 minutes of it because it kept crashing on me. And there it is, guys. That is my entire Spider-Man game collection. Let me know in the comments like what's your favorite Spider-Man game. Is Spider-Man your favorite superhero? You know, like what Spider-Man like merchandise do you own? Yeah, I'm curious to know. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and peace.